paper versus digital and how digital is better. Reading is essential. It's something that we always do. It's something that never stops happening unless you move your eyes, you close your eyes. It's always going in the back of your mind. It's an unconscious action. It's almost everybody can read. A lot of people are still illiterate, but it's very widely used skill. It stems from speech. It's used to communicate between cultures. It stimulates the brain in various ways using it's basically there's so many various subjects that you can read. You can find a subject on almost any. You can find a book on basically any kind of subject that you can find. You can also publish your own readings, books that you want people to just enjoy or you want feedback on. If you're planning to make it into a better book, you can use it for just to vent. For paper physical books, there are those that prefer only this format. But among them, I'd have to say that a majority of people can agree that new book smell is the best smell possible. It is honestly such a satisfying feeling to be able to crack open a new book and be able to just go and get that small whiff of the new book smell. Another great advantage of having a physical book is the fact that you can write in it, although it's kind of looked down upon, but it is widely used by students for note-taking and making annotations within the text. It's also common to highlight within your book. When it's a textbook, it's just a lot easier to do. You can do this in digital. It's just not as simple. Whereas with a physical book, you have it all in one area or surface. But with digital, you're going to have, your normal text on there, and then you're going to have another little icon that you have to use to get to your little notepad on the side, be able to take your notes there, and it's not going to be exactly in the text. It'll be a little reference point for you to look and click at to get to your actual notes. It's just easier to have the physical book. A downfall of paper is the fact that you cannot read it in the dark. It has to be in a well-lit place that you can only read. And it also ages pretty fast. I mean, rereading a book a couple times and your spine is not exactly all that resilient against abuse. Like I used to usually put my books through by bending them backwards and folding them in half. Also, don't dog ear your books. For ebooks, it is a lot more advanced due to the fact that you can have your book the same day it's released. Yes, you can go to the store and buy your physical book, but you can instead pre-order the book through your online book service like Kindle. I'm blanking on every other one. But you can get the book same day. There's been quite a few times where I got a book released at midnight and I finished the book later that day because I just did not sleep. You have instant readability. As soon as you buy that book, you can download it, and it takes literally probably like 30 seconds to download a full book. And then you have the book. You can read it as much as you want. And the spine isn't going to fall apart. Another type of online book is audio narration books. A popular service is Audible. You see a lot of commercials for it, and it's where the book is read to you by either the author or by a voice actor, a paid voice actor. And they're often usually really good because you get to hear the emotion in the voice. They can sometimes add in various background sounds to make you really feel like you're immersed into the book. It's also, you can have it on your phone. It's just something that you keep with you all the time. So you can just have maybe a 3-minute commute on the bus and you can listen to your book for those 3 minutes. Another advantage of ebook is that it has the blue light filter, so it's not harming your eyes. Most come with this automatically. I know some of the older e-readers do not have this automatically built into it. But if you're reading off your phone also has the blue light filter built into it. It is also backlit, so you can read it in the darker areas or even the sun. Uh, it's easy to find recommendations on the books that you've already read using an e-reader. You also have a much wider selection. They're not significantly cheaper, but marginally cheaper to buy a ebook rather than a physical book because you don't have to deal with print costs. You just have to the book's already going to be digital at some point because it needs to be printed. And it's also very easy to adjust the font size. A downfall of the e-reader is the fact that yes, it does need to be charged, so if you happen to forget to charge it, then you're out of a book. But usually most people that use digital books typically read them off their phones, and their phone is something so essential that they typically keep it charged. So that's not really the biggest issue. The biggest issue would be probably losing access to your account because you would lose your full book, all of your books and everything, all your recommendations. You'd have to build it all up. You'd have to repurchase all the books if you lose the account. It's just not a happy experience. An advantage for both of them is the fact that they are both portable, very portable. You can ride it on the train. I mean, you can ride on the train and you can read your book, whether it's physical or digital. But a big downfall is the fact that both are very much susceptible to water damage. Um, Overall, the digital book is a lot better due to the fact that it has so many advantages over the paper book. Paper books are still very useful, but in today's day and age, it's much easier, it's much more functional to use a ebook. Thank you.